Right guys, so what day are we today? We are Thursday, blimey, we don't even know what day it is. A few days ago, Alex and myself met up. Haven't seen him for ages. We still talk regularly on Facebook, blah blah blah, when we're doing photography stuff. Alex is an amazing photographer. Some of the stuff he's done blows my mind. Very, very good film photographer. Uses some of the medium format films. He processes it himself. He has dark rooms. He does a load of stuff. Obviously digital as well, but he's never used the Sony system. Never actually tried a Sony out at all. And he's a Nikon user, plus loads of other different makes. He's got the older film stuff as well. And I will post a couple of photos or links or whatever he wants me to post in this video, so you can actually have a look at some of his work. So we met up on the other day on Pet Level, and I've been down there recently doing some wildlife photography, etc, etc. He brought his Nikon, I think it was D750, something like that. I think it was a 70 to 400mm lens and a 24 to 70 or 24 to 105, something like that. I had primes. I had my 35mm f1.4. I had my 90mm macro, but I also had the 200 to 600mm for the wildlife stuff. We decided we'd have a walk away along the beach and along the coast there to the cliffs and everything like that, and then look at some of the old buildings that are there. Some are being renovated into modern, updated buildings. Some have been knocked down and rebuilt, so there's some interesting architecture shots we took. And then we moved inland over a bridge, and there's some old bunkers and some Second World War stuff up there, so we had a look up there, some of the wildlife, sheep and farm stuff, cows, sheep and things like that. A few birds of prey flying around, and we looked down inside the bunkers. There's quite a bit of graffiti, some of it's interesting, some of it's just, yeah. So basically we thought, well, let's have a chat. Like you said, he hasn't tried out the Sony stuff, so I gave him my A7R4 for a few shots here or there. Yeah, so the reason we met up is because on my Facebook group I give away a few things every now and again. Not anything expensive, but more the fact that, you know, I've just upgraded to something. You know, I've upgraded my head on my tripod or something like that, or whatever. And some of the stuff I own, it's worth nothing second hand, so you may as well give it to someone who may appreciate it or make use of it. So I put a few tripod quick releases up and a head and things like that, and said, would anybody like it? And I said, well, I actually use those, blah blah blah. So I said, well, brilliant, okay. So we met up, obviously gave him the parts, and we went for a nice walk. So here are some of the photos that we have taken. I didn't at the time think about making it as a YouTube video, so I didn't really do any video clips apart from when we were in the bunkers. I decided, actually I might as well do a video down through the bunkers, and it was quite interesting. There was a little bit of harsh lighting coming down through these tubes. It must have been ventilations or some kind of chimneys or something like that, or maybe just natural daylight holes. And so I got him to take a picture of me with the light casting down above me over my face and everything. So yeah, really interesting day out. Alex is a very knowledgeable photographer. He does astro stuff. He does obviously the military side of things as well. Products, some of the stuff he does is really, really cool. And we've been chatting for quite a long time. We only met each other a few times, but he's not too far away from me, so it was a good thing to meet up again, because you kind of forget what people look like, especially at the moment. We haven't seen certain people for months. So it was just a good day out. We had a good old chat, really nice conversation. I don't think we stopped talking at all actually for about 3 or 4 hours we were out. And it was all camera related stuff, talking about this, that and the other. So really, really nice. I'm glad he got to try out the A7R4, because I think it opened his eyes a bit, and I think he also secretly desires one. But like I say, he's got to look at the Nikon stuff to see if that kind of fills his market of what he needs, because obviously he's got Nikon lenses and things like that. So he could be swaying that way. Don't know. But that's his decision to make. But I'm going to let him try this camera out again as well. We're going to do some portraiture and stuff like that soon, so that'd be really good. Yeah, unfortunately it was quite a bit of heat haze, so when shooting more than about 150 metres or something like that, if we needed to, you just had heat haze in the distance. So trying to photograph some kayakers out in the sea, they were literally just a heat haze blur, you can see that. And also the birds of prey that were flying around, I think they're marsh harriers, trying to get shots. It was just literally, I think the one I was trying to get, which came down and actually landed, I think he took a reed warbler for lunch. He was about 250 metres away, so it was too far away. The heat haze was coming into play, and obviously lack of detail. Then even at 60 megapixels, reduced down and down and down and down. I think it was down at 2 megapixels or something. It was the distance. It was interesting to see and interesting to watch, but obviously, so sometimes you just can't get the shot you wanted because just down to sheer distance and down to the weather, the heat haze and stuff like that. So anyway, don't forget to click the subscribe button, click the little notification bell, and here comes the photos and a couple of video clips of where we went down into the bunkers to have a look around, and just looked at the graffiti and took a few shots here or there, and it was a good day out. So this one's normally flooded. That's cool though with the holes. Video for YouTube. Ooh, it's mad echoing. Well, they've been drinking desperados, isn't it? I've just found a big penis.
This must have been some of the ammo.
Yeah.
Because it, blasted it off.
Spiky bastard. Oh, Jesus. Really cleaning these ones. These are definitely ammo stores. Massive shelving. As you can see, guys, I didn't really plan on doing a YouTube video for this, but it was such a lovely day, and I did film a couple of clips here or there, but it was a stunning day, really nice weather, a little bit of blue sky, some clouds, but a little bit hazy. Some of the light was diffused. Later on, here it was obviously sunny, but as you can see, quite a bit of heat haze out there, especially where the kayakers were. So it was the 200 to 600mm Sony G lens, and also the Sony A7R4. I didn't actually use the 90mm macro that I had with me, but I used the 35mm f1.4 semi-angle, which I've got, which is this from this picture here, and that's a stunning lens. It really, really is. Same here, 35mm f1.4. Basically, we were just Alex and myself. We were just having a good old chat, snapping away, and it's really nice actually. I spend quite a bit of time on my own, just out and about, snapping away. But actually, when you've got someone to talk to, comparing ideas and sort of bouncing ideas off each other, and just generally chatting about photography and stuff like that is really quite cool. And we were just chatting about architecture and all the different sort of stuff he's done, from the military kind of photography to the more portraiture that I've done. So he doesn't really do the sort of female portraiture as much. He's more the military style reenactments and things like that he's done. So it was quite interesting to listen to what we have both done, and the differences. And that's the same for any photographer out there. There's many photographers that do different things. So it's really cool just to listen to each other and learn from each other, little tips and tricks and things like that. So we found these old, there's an old building here that's basically going to be knocked down and rebuilt, but some of the other ones have either been renovated or are brand new buildings that have been put up. But you can see the resolution there of the A7R4, because that's actually a cropping of the previous photo. Obviously to do with the anti-racist stuff at the moment, someone's decided to put their message on a sign there, which we just noticed as we walked past, so obviously worth a photo. Like I say, cloud was coming, but the reflections and stuff, the colours, the greenery of the plants and everything like that was amazing. And it was just interesting. Up to these old bunkers here, it's like a viewpoint, and there's a gun emplacement and everything there as well, which is quite interesting. It's not very big, but it's if you're in that way, it's worth a little climb up there. just to have a look at it and everything. Unfortunately, a lot of it's been closed, so you can't go in there, but a couple of bits are like this. And this is where we took a couple of shots of each other. Mainly for Alex was actually just trying out the A7R4, the ideas of how different a mirrorless is compared to a DSLR. I've obviously used a mirrorless now for about 6 or 7 years. DSLRs have gone a long way for myself, so I'm kind of so used to it now. Picking up a DSLR is actually very alien to me, but it's quite nice to use, or even an old film camera. It's a a good insight back to what I used to use. Like I say, beautiful countryside. We're very lucky in this area to have such stunning views and countryside, and obviously the beaches as well. Farmyard animals everywhere, so we've got cows, sheep, and there's also lots of other wildlife as well, and obviously flowers, wildflowers, and things like that as well. So really nice, just wander around, and we didn't really have a plan. We were just chatting away, looking for wildlife and sort of photographic opportunities, really, just a little bit different to each different time we go out. So I'm not sure what kind of duck that is, but someone will probably know. Came flying in. That's the last shot before it entered the water. That was the 200, 600. And then a smaller bird decided to attack a heron that was obviously a threat. And there's about 25 shots here, but here's just a couple of them of it getting chased away. And it obviously didn't really want to fight. So it was quite funny. Then we had the birds of prey, but unfortunately they were a bit sort of 200 meters away plus, and even with me on crop mode at 26 megapixels down from the 60, these are cropped in even more. These are probably down to like 4 megapixels, the actual images. So there's no detail really, and the heat haze was also causing obviously focus issues. Couldn't get a sharp image just because. It was just the way it was. It was just a hot day and plenty of haze, unfortunately, and that's kind of one of the photographer's pet hates, really. Nothing we can do about it, but anyway. Guys, that was just a quick sort of look at the photos, really. Good day out, and I'm going to be going back with Alex. We're going to sort out a couple of shoots, hopefully soon, with some portraiture and possibly going back to the film days, which could be quite cool. Doing some stuff with him that obviously using old medium format film, maybe in the darkroom we could do maybe something like that. Be quite cool. I've got to speak to him about it and see what we can do. It could be quite interesting. And some astro stuff, nighttime things. I think he's got a tracking device that obviously tracks stars and things like that, so could be really interesting. Anyway guys, don't forget to click the subscribe button and the little notification bell. Go and check Alex's stuff out as well. Really good things he's got on his Instagram. He's also got his another link on his Instagram. You can go and look at some of his other things there as well. So okay, I'll see you soon.